yeah, let's fuck it, whatever. Let's get into let's unpack the Game Awards, man. Let's unpack the Game Awards. Let's see. The Game Awards 2023. Let's see. Reveals, and then we're also gonna do everything announced, and then 2023 results. When there's the full list. Got that Charlie Brown J. Yeah, it's off the lean, bro. It's off the motherfucking lean. All right. So let's unpack the Game Awards from yesterday. So yesterday, for those unaware, the 2023 Game Awards happened. We live streamed it. It was crazy. We had like 1,500 people in here going stupid. I just uploaded this morning. I uploaded the full stream.
What your Street Fighter?
So if you missed it, it is on the Hokage highlights channel. It's actually going stupid on the views for some reason. That's crazy. So shout out to y'all for watching. Niggas love watching VODs for some reason. The Twitter space is going crazy. We're going to get to it. A lot of winners, a lot of losers. And when I talk about losers, I mean Spider-Man fans, because they didn't win shit last night. All right, so let's talk about the winners and losers. And then we're going to move over to like the announcements. The first thing though, so like yesterday, you know, like in the hype of the moment, you feel the need to like grade shit. In the hype of the moment, I think I gave it an 8, like the show. Because I do think this was the best show that Jeff has put on. But I've seen some criticisms. I actually seen there's a fair amount of people on the internet that they said this award show sucked. I still don't agree with that sentiment. I had people, it's so funny. The internet is so funny, right? You say something the internet agrees with, they'll be like, oh, you the realest ever. You say something people that disagree with, you're a fraud. You're trying to get paid off by Jeff and shit. So I had people saying that I was like paid off, like replying to my tweet or whatever. I'm apparently not allowed to like it. But I saw some criticisms that were fair. And one of them that I do agree with is I've seen people say that it didn't feel like a celebration of the game developers and like as the culture as a whole. And there was like a clear bias. I seen Maddie Plays put out a really good tweet, as well as Paris, talking about that. How like a lot of game devs were rushed off the stage, didn't even really get like a full minute to do their thank you speech. And I was like, once I dialed it back from like the hype, I was like, that's a fair criticism. And it speaks to the bias, because Jeff did give Kojima a shit ton of on-screen time. He gave him like 10 minutes of on-screen time to talk about a game that had no fucking gameplay. Now, if he showed some gameplay when it was a proper gameplay demo with the reveal, that would have been cool. But yeah, he glazed the fuck out of Kojima and somebody else. And I was like, you know what? I was like, that's a fair criticism. It didn't feel like it was a fair celebration of gaming as a whole. There was a bit of sucking off. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna dial it back. I think I'm gonna give it a 7.5. I was like, yeah, he's got to be more cognizant. You got to be a little bit more fair of showing people love, because it's supposed to be about games and not just about your relationships in the industry. But with that being said, let's actually unpack what the fuck happened last night. I gave it a 7.5 in the stream. Yeah, I had to sit on it. Let's go all the way down. Well, I'm only gonna cover the ones that really matter. I'm not gonna cover all the shit that goddamn, all these goddamn. Let's see. Player's Choice, Baldur's Gate 3. This was the beginning of the Baldur's Gate sweep. Best adaptation, Last of Us, was like TV show. That one was gonna be between Last of Us and the Mario movie. I don't really care about that, but I'm not surprised. It was a good show. Most anticipated game, which is Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2, which is Rebirth. Hades 2, Like a Dragon, Star Wars Outlaw, Tekken 8. I feel like this category was weird because I feel like there's more heavy hitters coming in 2024, and I would have to do my research. But I feel like off the top of my head, this list could have been a whole lot better. But this is the proper one to win out of all the ones, I think. Spider-Man Zelda stood no choice. I don't care about best esports team or game or event or coach or athlete. Content creator of the year, who cares? Okay, best multiplayer game. It went to Baldur's Gate 3. I wish this one would have went to Street Fighter 6, especially because, like, I don't know. I feel like we got to get more specific. When I hear the word multiplayer, I think of a competitive online game. Yes, Baldur's Gate technically is multiplayer because it has co-op, but I feel like that should be its own category. We could have like best multiplayer game and then best co-op game, though, just so even more games can get shine. Because I do feel like those are two different genres. But yeah, whatever. Baldur's Gate won. I feel like Street Fighter 6 should have won that one. And then if they would have had a best co-op, then sure, Baldur's Gate could have got that joint. You said I agree, fair, yeah. It's not that I don't think it's a bad game. It's more so it's just a weird category. Just like group all that together. I think the difference is for the multiplayer because it's really only two people at once. Yeah. Best sim game, Pikmin 4. I don't care about that shit. Street Fighter 6 deserved it big time. What Capcom did online is literally revolutionary. That's what I'm saying. Like they really did. They're fucking up right now. I'm not gonna lie with the microtransactions. They're fucking up right now. But like the way Street Fighter 6 came out the gate, they came correct. Best sports racing game. This is another weird category. Went to Forza. Don't really care. Best Nintendo game. I mean, best family game. Went to Super Mario Bros. Wonder. That was light. This is an easy category. Gotta get a sip of that sparkling water, man. No, Sonic Superstars. Best fighting game. They got it right on this one. Street Fighter 6. I agree with that. I don't even know what Pocket Bravery is. What a big bang. Shout out to everybody coming through. We just unpacking. Best RPG went to Baldur's Gate 3. I'm not gonna disagree with the internet, even though I haven't played it yet. I'm gonna take y'all word for it because it's not hard to be better than Final Fantasy 16. Liza P was fire. Sea of Stars, everybody says it's fire, and then Starfield. Best action. Shout out to Todd Howard's face. Best action adventure game. If there was one category, because for those of you who didn't watch yesterday, Spider-Man didn't win shit. If there was one category that Spider-Man had a smidget of a chance, a smidget of a hope of winning, it was best action adventure game, and that went to Tears of the Kingdom. They didn't even get that one. They didn't even get that one. That's crazy. But you know, I'm cool with that. You know, Tears of the 360p, Tears of the anti-aliasing, Tears of the frame rate. I'm cool with that. Whatever. Best action game went to Armored Core 6. Honestly, it was between Armored Core 6 and Remnant 2. At all these, in my opinion, I'm cool with that. Innovation and accessibility. I can't speak on. I don't know the best. Who cares? Best VR. Best community game. Baldur's Gate 3 won. I just out of curiosity, how is Final Fantasy 16 a community game? Wouldn't it be Final Fantasy 14? Them Spider-Man boys was in hell yesterday. They still in hell today. They crying on Twitter, bruh. I wish I would have saved it. I just seen a tweet from a Spider-Man fanboy. He tweeted out a picture of Miles Morales and Peter. And he said, Jeff Keighley said, you blackies are not welcome or something like that. Basically insinuating the reason Spider-Man lost is because of race. Now, come on, man. You know, I'm one of the most pro-black people you will ever meet. But you niggas don't play games. You don't. It's not because Miles is black. Niggas play 2K, Madden, and Spider-Man. So, of course, Spider-Man 2 seems like the greatest game of all time. You saw that? It was on my For You page. Of course, Spider-Man 2 is this year's Uncharted 4. Of course, it seems like the greatest game. It is a good game, but it's not that fucking great. You just play 2 games, bro. Cut it out, man. Motherfuckers be having whole conversations criticizing games they have not played, bro. But nah, deadass, how is Final Fantasy 16 a community game? Wouldn't it be 14? Went to Baldur's Gate 3. Best mobile game went to Honkai Star Rail. I feel like they could have had some different games here, but it is a good mobile game, although it's on PC and console. Honestly, exclusives didn't win a lot. Best debut indie game went to Cocoon. I've seen some Pizza Tower people mad. I'm not familiar with in too much of these games, so I can't speak on that. Best indie game went to Sea of Stars. Heard it's fire. Eventually, I do want to play that one. I thought Pizza Tower had it. Is that like a Sonic game? Because it looked from the footage, it looked like Sonic. As much as I love Spider-Man 2, I knew it wasn't Game of the Year material. Fuck Game of the Year material. I knew it wasn't going to win shit. This year is just too stacked. It's too stacked. It wasn't going to win in any category. The only one that had a smidget of a chance winning is maybe Best Action Adventure Game. But even still, you go down to that category, it was just too stacked. It was too stacked. You best action adventure, it was against Alan Wake 2. It wasn't gonna beat that. I'm playing it right now. It was not gonna beat that. That game is very creative. Resident Evil 4, Capcom Resident Evil fans dick munch the fuck out that game. It wasn't gonna beat that. Star Wars Jedi Survivor. This is a dark horse. This is my favorite game of the year. And it's a dark horse. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if this game didn't stumble out the gate with the performance issues, it would be deeper in the conversation. Because I'm gonna be honest, this game is better than Spider-Man to me. This was a great sequel. It just had performance issues, but it took everything the original game did and elevated it to a whole different level. The story was fucking fire. Spider-Man 2 was not better than this game. And then Tears of the Kingdom. What can I say? Niggas with Luigi hats, they're not Minish caps. They're gonna fight the good fight. Spider-Man 2 was never going to win anything. Spider-Man 2 is a solid 8. Respectable, is good. It's just not a 9, 9.5, 10. People forgot about it. Yeah, and that's Star Wars' fault. Like, despite like, I'm not gonna defend it. I'll be like, yeah, like that shit did run like dog shit. Y'all remember, I think I fell through the map on the Xbox version multiple times, and I think the shit crashed on me during the boss fight. I'm not gonna defend that shit. Like, I recognize it. But despite its issues, I had way more technical issues with Star Wars Jedi Survivor, and I still had more fun with it than Spider-Man. Anyways, where are we at? Best VR, who cares? Best nerd game, best ongoing game. I saw some people butthurt about this. They felt like Fortnite should have won it instead of Cyberpunk. People were saying that Cyberpunk's not an ongoing game. I saw a lot of that, and this is another category I feel like people expose themselves. It could have went to Fortnite or Cyberpunk, but I understand why it went to Cyberpunk. I've seen a lot of people on Twitter saying that, oh, it's not an ongoing game. It's got one DLC. No. They overhauled the whole game and they've dropped multiple pieces of content. And this is like a 3-year-old game. So technically, yes, it's an ongoing game. Versus Fortnite. Fortnite publishes more content. Yes, I'll give it that. But like, is it really innovating? It's just giving you Ninja Turtle skins and Goku skins and you niggas go crazy. But in terms of gameplay, is it really pushing boundaries? I don't know. So it's like, I'm not mad I wouldn't have been mad if either one, but I understand why Cyberpunk won. These Game of the Year awards just crack me up because it just shows you how much people live in a bubble and they don't understand. Games for Impact went to Chia. Chia was a good game. I don't know the rest of this shit though. Best performance went to Neil Newborn on Baldur's Gate. I still haven't gotten to Baldur's Gate. I can't speak on that. I would have gave it to Cameron, Star Wars, baby. Best audio design went to Hi-Fi Rush. Now, this is a category where I feel like if Hi-Fi would have lost, then this game would have got robbed. But I'm glad that they got one. Like, Hi-Fi Rush? Hi-Fi Rush got an award in Spider-Man 2, did? Yo, Spider-Man niggas is like, what the fuck is Hi-Fi Rush, bro? It came out at the top of the year. It was a good game. It was on gameplay. You got beat by Hi-Fi Rush. That's fucking... It's once again, this is a category like the audio was cool in Spider-Man, but it wasn't Hi-Fi Rush, bro. Like, that's funny as fuck. Best score. At first, I was ready to hate on Final Fantasy 16, but then I sat back and I thought about it. I was like, okay, you know what? I'll give best score to Final Fantasy 16. During those boss fights, the score, like the orchestra and all that stuff, it was good music. I was like, all right, I'll give it to that. That was probably the only cool thing about Final Fantasy 16 to me, because God knows the game was boring as fuck. Let's see, best art direction went to Alan Wake 2. It does have a very creative art direction, but I'm gonna be honest, that could have went to Hi-Fi Rush. It could have went to Tears of the Kingdom if it displayed in 1080p, but it doesn't. It's in 360, so we can't see. But that could have went to Hi-Fi Rush, honestly. I'm not mad at Alan Wake. Best narrative, Alan Wake 2. That was easy. That's the most creative story game. Liza P, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think that should have been nominated for best art direction. It was just kind of, yo, shout out to Big Wig and Lil Man. It was just kind of dark and grimy. It didn't really do nothing. Like, it was just Bloodborne. I was like, yeah. Best game direction. This one I was talking about on the stream. This category was like the hardest, because a lot of these categories are objective. This one is very subjective in my opinion. Best game direction. Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Spider-Man 2, Super Mario Wonder. Like, basically how the game was directed or like how it was produced is like, that kind of comes down to, like, that could have went to anyone. I'm not mad at Alan Wake 2 though. And then game of the year went to Baldur's Gate 3, as many of us people who actually in the know, in the conversation, one of the biggest launches on Steam ever, one of the highest grossing games, viral moments, Baldur's Gate 3 wins. I want to be honest, the only other game I think had a chance was probably Alan Wake 2. Top of the year, maybe Tears of the Kingdom, but that game kind of got lost in the shuffle. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even think Super Mario Bros. Wonder and Resident Evil, damn sure. I don't care what you Capcom fans say. Make a category for remakes. This shit shouldn't even have been in the conversation. I would have gave it to Remnant 2 or like Jedi Survivor or something else. 30 million copies speak for itself. That's what I'm saying. How many copies did I think Spider-Man 2 only sold like 2-3 million, which is good for an exclusive. Let's see how many copies did Spider-Man 2 sell? 5 million copies. That's good. That's respectable for an exclusive. But it goes back to, like, it shows you how much people live in their bubble. They be talking about gaming is dead. Like, bro, Baldur's Gate sold 30 million in a fucking month. It had like 300 hours, 1,000 hours of fucking content, bro. Like, people love that game, whether you like it or not. BG3 stream, we gonna get to it. You're gonna get the BBC on the BG3. So yeah, that's what happened in terms of the awards that were given out. Those are the winners and losers. That's Spider-Man's weakness too. Small market. Yeah, small market. Like, yo, you Sony ponies are not doing as much damage as you think. Okay, and then there's a bunch of big announcements. Some really good announcements. This was damn near like a mini E3. This is I don't know why they put this at the top of the article. So at the end of the show, they announced the new Monster Hunter. Somebody said in the comments of my video, it was like, we can tell you niggas don't play no games. None of you niggas like Monster Hunter. I'll be like, yo, if you like Monster Hunter, I respect that, but don't tell me I don't play games because I don't enjoy Monster Hunter like you do. Like, I just don't like Monster Hunter. It is what it is. But I know people out there excited. I've seen people on Twitter. This was a big reveal for some people. It just wasn't for me. I don't care about this shit. But yeah, new Monster Hunter announced. There's a new horror game announced. It's in collaboration with Jordan Peele. For those you know, the director of Get Out. I don't know what kind of game it is. They spent 10 minutes just talking about it. I wish they would have showed some gameplay. This trailer sucks. We will be on this next week. Free God of War DLC. I think it's like a horde mode or something like that. Or it's like a roguelike mode. You got to survive as long as you can. It's a free download. So fuck it. We playing it next week. I will be streaming that. Thought that was pretty cool. It's free. I'm not going to complain. Probably ain't going to have no puzzles. I hope not. This was the biggest surprise right here. In my opinion, I think so. They announced yesterday, Arcane under Bethesda, they made the Dishonored series. They're working on a Blade video game. I think this should have been the last reveal and not Monster Hunter. He should have saved that to the end. I don't know how the fuck this game did not leak, but I'm excited about this because Dishonored is fire. This has a lot of potential. And I can see like Dishonored's movement system working with Blade. As far as gaming goes, 2024 is going to be the biggest filler for 2025. I gotta do my research. I'm gonna probably do like most excited games towards the end of the month. I got a bunch of videos I gotta plan out, but I'm excited about this to see what they do with it. I hope that Marvel doesn't stifle their creativity and gives Arcane just like the keys, like, yo, turn up, bro. Y'all need to make up for Redfall. Make this shit bloody. Let's hit the clubs, slash some vampires up and shit like that. Like, let loose, man. I hope it has a really good story. Sorry. This is Balvin's tweet. Gonzo from the fucking Muppets got more mic time than the devs. Yeah, see, and that's why I said, I was like, you know what? I started to see that sentiment on Twitter. I was like, that's a fair assessment. I was like, I'm gonna have to knock it down some points. This studio didn't make Redfall. Arcane has multiple studios? I thought it was just one. Okay. I didn't know Arcane had multiple studios. Sega announces 5 new games in development, including Jet Set Radio. This was pretty big. I'm curious to know, is this going to be a remake, a reboot, a remaster? They need to clarify that. Y'all know I'm tired of these 2D games, but that Shinobi actually did look really cool. Never been a big Golden Axe fan. Depending on what comes out around the time, maybe I'll try it. Streets of Rage, maybe with the homies. I loved Crazy Taxi. That might be a fun stream game. Is Blade a multiplat? I mean, they just announced it. I'm gonna take a wild guess, an educated guess, and say yes. It probably. Well, actually, you know what? I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna reframe that answer. I'm probably gonna say no. Blade might be an exclusive. Because keep in mind, Arcane is under Bethesda. Microsoft purchased them, so this might be a Game Pass game. This would be like a PC, Xbox exclusive. The only way I could see it coming to PlayStation, because keep in mind, this is not Bethesda's IP. If Marvel says, nah, fuck that, in order for you to use Blade's IP, we want to maximize our dollar. So I'm not going to rule it out. There is a small chance this could come to PlayStation because Marvel wants to maximize their dollar by putting it on every platform. But there's also a chance that it could be exclusive to Xbox and PC. I don't know. We got to wait for some more info to drop, but that is a good question. We got to keep our eye on that one. We definitely got to. Phil said no comment. Did it? Yeah, we got to get more info on that. The finals. Oh, I'm downloading that now on the Xbox. I think we're gonna play that tonight. Play some of the finals. Maybe, but isn't Wolverine exclusive to the PS5? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know, because like at the end of the day, Blade is a Marvel IP. It depends on what Marvel says. That's not Arcane and Bethesda's decision. Maybe they cut a deal for Spider-Man and Wolverine that works for them, but it might not. Who's to say Marvel fucks with Xbox like that? What if their allegiance is to PlayStation? I don't know what their relationship is. That's what I'm saying. That could go either way, and I'm not going to give like a definitive answer on that one because I don't know. No Man's Sky, they're working on a new game, a new co-op game. It might be cool. I don't know. We'll keep our eye on it. Apparently, it takes place on one planet. Got some Final Fantasy 16 DLC. I don't care. Is anybody excited about this? 20 hours of cutscenes, 5 hours of gameplay. Anybody? Rise of the Ronin. This shit looked fire. This looked like a Sekiro Neo type of game. Playing as a former samurai trying to take back Japan. Played it. It was like 2.5 hours long. It's out already? Open world Neo. This looks like it's going to be good. I hope it has co-op. This looks like it's going to be good. Skull and Bones. Fuck that game. Blood and Rage is the next game for the life. I don't care about that shit. This Life is Strange. Oh, so I learned something. From TikTok. So it was revealed Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. That was revealed. It's a new Dragon Ball game. And like everybody in the chat was confused because they were like, what the fuck? They just announced Tenkaichi. We're getting another Dragon Ball game. I'm not going to say definitively, but I'm going to say I'm about 90% sure we're not getting a Dragon Ball game, another Dragon Ball game. This is Tenkaichi 4. So I learned from reading up, apparently in Japan, the Tenkaichi series is called Sparking Zero. So maybe instead of calling it Tenkaichi 4, they're just calling it. It is? Okay. So I didn't know that. So this is Tenkaichi 4, basically. They should have just kept it. That's confusing, but yeah, we're not getting two games, I don't think. I think this is going to be the game. It looks all right. The graphics look cool. I need to see more what they doing with it. But we excited. We excited to bust some heads into Dragon Ball. Hopefully the camera's better than Xenoverse. Fortnite's got some racing shit. This game looked okay. It was kind of a top-down action game from the Ori developers. Let's see. BioWare veterans reveal a new RPG. Wait, what? It's funny. Okay, so this space game right here, we were talking about it when we were streaming. We was like, yo, this looks like Mass Effect, like the gameplay. I didn't know the developers were former BioWare devs. So I got to connect for this game. I DM'd him. I'm like, yo, this shit fire. Just keep me in mind. Wink, 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 wink. This is crazy. Now, this got me more excited for it. Hold on. Where's the gameplay at? It was towards the end, I think. There we go. Yeah, this one looked fire. This shit looked like fucking Mass Effect. This is what happens when you get rid of all your talent. Yeah. I did not know that. So this makes me more excited. This is one of my favorite announcements, right? I love that space shit, bro. What was the name of this game? Exodus game. Keep an eye on this one. I don't know what the fuck this RTS bullshit was. They didn't show no gameplay for that. Mass Effect Advanced Warfare. All right, bro. Can we outlaw gameplay trailers with no gameplay? That's what I'm saying. This was a disappointment right here. Dead by Daylight spinoff. They didn't show no gameplay. Jurassic Park is getting a It's like a survival game. They showed some gameplay towards the end. This one looked alright. I'm getting kind of like Alien Isolation vibes from it, or what's the game that Outlast, kind of like Outlast vibes, Mirror's Edge, trying to survive the dinosaurs and shit like that. I feel like it's just gonna be hiding in corners from dinosaurs. I don't think you're gonna be able to shoot them because PETA would complain probably. Keep an eye on it. That's a maybe. That's a maybe. Visions of Mana. This one looked alright to me. This is another one of those. This is one of those games that appeals to like the hardcore gamer in me, because I enjoyed the other Mana game that I played a couple years ago on the Switch, the remake. But like it's so hard being a content creator because you want to play certain types of games, but people don't like that shit. Like, I don't know. This might be one of those ones I just play on my own time if I can find some free time. They showed more Hellblade 2 gameplay. I'm not too sure about this one. I don't know, man. Like, I believe it when people say the story's fire. Am I 17? Yes, of course. I believe when people say the story is fire, but like the gameplay just never looked interesting to me. I like the style of it. I remember you playing it on stream a while back. Yeah, like those are like super hardcore JRPGs. Even though that nigga that said because I wasn't excited for Monster Hunter, I don't play games. I'm like, nigga, do you play these type of games? Let's fuck out of here. Yeah, but I believe the story is fire on this stuff, but I don't know, like the gameplay just doesn't do it for me. I might try the first one since it's on Game Pass. Are y'all excited about Senua Saga 2? That one was another one. A Brother's Tale remake. I don't even remember them announcing that. I must have did that with the bathroom. We playing the finals? Yeah, let me get through the news and we'll play it. You in Discord, Siggy? We'll play it tonight. Let me make sure it's downloaded. Here's another big one. This was a really big one, chat. Yes, sir. Ever since this game was announced, the internet's been going crazy, but I've been saying for the longest, don't get too excited until we get an official Western release. All that footage was in not yet. Okay, let me make sure my shit downloaded. Yeah, it's downloaded. I got it on Xbox. I mean, probably download it on what's the name? Getting the kids ready for bed. Okay. I said, don't get excited about this shit until we get a Western announcement, because this is a Chinese developed game. I don't know how the CCP feel about porting this to America, porting it to England, Australia, New Zealand, wherever you, Canada, where you from, Mexico, you know what I'm saying? The rest of the world, Japan, the rest of the world, man. But we got an official release date, and the trailer was in English, and the voice acting sounded good in this shit, bro. So I'm excited about this one. It's officially coming to the West. Wukong confirmed my anticipation last night. This shit about to go crazy. Like visually, I said this is another game that's gonna update the GI tier list, the scale of the boss fights. We will be raging. That bear looks fierce. You gotta fight a fucking tentacle dick, bruh. This shit is crazy. Shangoku. Look at the scale of this shit. Fucking fighting the spider and stuff like that. I think I saw in the trailer too, there's like a perfect dodge. It looked like it slowed down time. Wukong is going to be in that $20 under category on the PlayStation app. You're trying too hard to be funny, man. You're trying too hard to be funny. Nothing about this looks like a $20 game. This shit look like a PS3 game, bro. Just stop. You're just yapping. Oh shit, I closed my article. What was the game? Awards. Everything announced. Yeah, you nigga, shut up. Wait, did they confirm this is coming in the game? I didn't see nothing about no Game Pass. I'm honestly shocked the game is real. Not only is it real, but it's coming to the West, baby. Fully voice acted in English. Oh, here we go. Get down there. I don't care about Paulia. This one looked okay. Basically, Wakanda, the video game, another side scroller. It looked alright. I don't care about that cozy shit. I don't care about Outlast Trials, Rise of the Golden Idol. I don't even remember that. I don't remember Dust's Fall. That's an old game anyway. I don't remember that. Did I miss you? Yeah, we already talked about Blade. These fucking gacha games, this genre needs to die, bro. All these games look alike. Space Marines 2, we got that. Oh yeah, Mecha Break looked really cool. This is another Another mech game. I can't tell if it's like just story driven or if there's multiplayer, but it looks like there's some fun here, like some Gundam type of game. You know, we love mecha stuff. My favorite anime is Code Geass. I know my name's Hokage, but for those of you unaware, my favorite anime is Code Geass. They have Gundams in them. They just call them nightmares. I love big robot shit. I'm biased towards it. I love big robot shit. Is Mecha breaking EA now? I don't think so. I think that Black Dude's game was, I think it was this one that was the EA game. If I stand, because I remember I was like, oh, that shit's gonna probably fail. Because yep, it is. EA don't be support. What the fuck is wrong with your website? EA don't be supporting their games. I tried to put the trailer in full screen and it fucking crashed. Yep, it's an EA original. Yeah, it's the Wakanda game that is. I saw it on the screen. You want to know what the last EA original game was? Fucking Wild Hearts. Wild Hearts. Great support from EA. Great support. I don't know why any developer would want to go to the EA Originals program. But hopefully my man don't get fucked over by them. New Guilty Gear character. Big anime titties. First Descendant. More space. Let's see. I'm trying to see. There's this new Nexon Dark Souls type of game. I don't know. I feel like they're gonna charge everything. Piece of armor gonna cost $30. I don't know about that. I don't remember any of these damn games. But overall, I think those are the big ones. Fresh look at. I don't remember Suicide Squad. But yeah, this is it. I'm excited for Blade Wukong and Bayek's game. Yeah. Overall, I would say the Game Awards was a W. It was a W. It was fun times. The energy was good. But I do agree with the criticism, some of the criticisms. I just don't like I just didn't think it was bad enough to where like people were saying it's the worst shit ever, bro. I seen some videos on my algorithm saying, "Oh, this was the worst Game Awards." I'm like, you niggas just miserable, bro. I saw a lot of cool games announced, and that's the reason I was watching anyway. So I don't really care who wins. Let's see. Let's hop into the sub box and see what's going on. More trailers and awards. I'm saying. Oh wait, they gave the Sonic Apple TV game a review. Oh shit. Let's see what the Sonic fans have got to look forward to. Yo, Zion's in trouble, y'all. They said his big ass keep eating. He won't stop eating. Brrr. Turbo Chicken Simulator. What the fuck? Slave Zero trailer. I don't know how I feel about that. Den of Wolves. That was from yesterday. I think these are all trailers from yesterday. If it is, then it's that gumbo. He can't stay away from it, bro. What the fuck? Yeah, these are all trailers from the Game Awards yesterday. I mean, it's Friday. It's probably a slow news day. What they saying about Sonic?
Using cream and cheese as a conduit to interface with that relic.
Out of context, that sounds horrible.
Hot on the heels of a new full-size Sonic game in Sonic Superstars, the Apple Arcade exclusive Sonic Dream Team might not look like it has much to offer at
Being a pro ball player and having issues with calorie burning is insane. That's what I'm saying. He has practice like every day. He was on the Gilbert Arenas podcast like a few months ago, and like to a certain degree, I respect it because he got on stage and he said, "I admit that like I have an issue with my diet." He's like, the main thing is soda, which, you know, soda is one of the worst things you can drink. It's full of sugar and calories and caffeine. I think he said he really liked Sprite or some shit like that, and he would like down like a 6-pack a day or some shit like that. So it's like, if he just cut the soda out, bro, and go to work out every day, he'd be fine.
First, it only has a dozen levels, and all
somebody need to put him onto the sparkling ice, man. The sparkling ice.
Control-wise are a D-pad and 2 buttons. For some, the fact that it's only available on Apple devices, at least for the time being, is a non-starter.
Yeah, the acidity.
But despite all that,
you don't realize how acidic soda is until you stop drinking it. I drink soda once every few years, and it's usually because I end up in an event where the worst thing is like being a non-soda drinker and you end up in an event where there's no fucking water. First of all, you're a terrible host. If you host an event at your house or a party and all you got is alcohol and soda, you don't got water bottles. Can I get a cup or something like that? Just a terrible host. But like, that's the only time I ever drink soda where I end up with like, I'm forced to because like I'm thirsty. You take that shit and that shit burns your fucking throat. And I'm like, how the fuck do people drink this shit, bro? But it's because my body's not used to it.
Sonic Dream Team more than manages to.
I'll get eliminated. If they got a juice, I'll do the juice. But like a lot of times, like when you go to a party, they usually have liquor and soda for some reason. They don't even have no fucking lemonade or no juice.
In fact, its superb level design and bite-sized missions make it one of the most fun, creative, and enjoyable 3D platformers in a long time.
What? One of the best Sonic games in recent years is an Apple TV exclusive. This is crazy. Sonic fan base. Sega, what are you doing? This is crazy. Bro's glazing. Nah, the game actually does look fun.
The team's story kicks off when Dr. Eggman finds a device that brings his dreams into reality. This is obviously bad news for reality, so it's up to Sonic and friends to work their way through 4 dream worlds and defeat him. Unfortunately, the story is forgettable, lifeless.
Nothing but TD treats and Hawaiian Punch. Hawaiian Punch is the devil. If you drink Hawaiian Punch, you are a fucking psycho, bro. That shit is disgusting. It has that and Tang. It has no flavor. It's literally just sugarcane. Just put some sugarcane in your mouth. It's disgusting.
It's over on top of still images, like a radio play accompanied by comic book panels.
Like, I need a juice with some flavor, bro. Like,
around 5 or 6 hours to reach 100% completion, the levels between those cutscenes pack in more delights than many much larger games. Each world is visually striking, with its own distinct set of enemies and interactive elements. That ranges from the
shout out to Sauce with the sub
area filled with giant inflatable structures to the Dream Factory, which has conveyor belts and pistons set over lava pits. The best is the third world, Nightmare Maze, which is like a colorful take on an MC Escher drawing with shifting.
Y'all hating. I think this game looks fun. Like, jokes aside, it being an Apple TV exclusive, I think this game looks fun. It's just on the wrong platform. Hopefully they port it to PC or something.
Ceiling, reaching new areas in mind-bending ways. It's the only world that really takes advantage of the dream concept, making it something of a missed opportunity that the other 3 are fairly standard Sonic settings. And unlike many other Sonic games, the music is auditory wallpaper at best.
This is not a mobile game. You don't understand the power of the Apple TV.
Each world is made up of only.
What they give it? Let's jump to the score. Come on.
Sonic Dream Team packs a surprising amount of fun into a limited number of levels. By having you complete a diverse set of missions within them, it manages to keep things feeling fresh from start to finish, even as you play through the same areas numerous times. Its missions are engaging enough that it's hard not to go back and finish off any you missed right after conquering Eggman. While the music and story presentation could have been better, and the touchscreen controls—
What? A Sonic game with bad music?
—increases toward the end, Sonic Dream Team has still sped onto the list of fantastic recent 3D platformers. For more, check out our reviews of Sonic Superstars or Super Mario RPG.
Hey,
And for everything else, stick with us here.
Hey, this got a better review than Sonic Superstars. This is not a mainline Sonic game. Sonic fanbase, let me talk to you. Are you gonna support Sonic Dream? I know somebody who does PR for the Apple TV. I asked about it. They told me that you can play it on your phone or your iMac. It's not just for like the Apple TV. It's any Apple Store product. So I mean, if that's your thing, you know, Sonic fanbase, give it a try. You can plug you can hook your Xbox controller up to your phone and use it via Bluetooth. Better than Modern Warfare 3. It's not hard to be better than that game. Turbo Chicken Simulator. It's from the people from Goat Simulator. Marlboro. Sonic. Speaking of Sonic the Hedgehog. What am I looking at? What the fuck? It's like a driving cars. What the fuck? PUBG. Don't IGN be faking their reviews? What does that mean, bruh? What does that mean? I can't. Like, does this have a story? Oh, Super Chicken mode. This is definitely a streamer game. They roasting pigs too. Who's copping, chat? The Super Saiyan chickens.